Hello, boys and girls. This week we're going to be making origami. Hey there, Hoffman Lane artists. I am in my garden. This weekend I planted some broccoli, some cauliflower, some Brussels sprouts, and some kale. As you can see behind me, there's really little plants. I'm also planting some vegetables at school. So lots of exciting things going on. This week we are going to be making some origami. Next to me, I have my assistant, Violet, who will be assisting me in this lesson. So let's get started. You're going to need to start with a square piece of paper. And a lot of us don't have square pieces of paper, but we have printer paper at home. And there's a really easy way to make this into a square. So let me show you. So the first thing you're going to do is to fold this corner down to this edge, with a point up here at the corner. Do you see that this is not a point and this is a little too far? So you gotta get it at the right spot. And some of you younger guys might need a parent to help you with this step and maybe this step only. So I have a point at the top and my piece of paper is even with the edge. And then I crease it up here at the top. I set it down on my board. And I crease it all the way down. Oops. Let me try that again. If you don't fold it in the right spot, no worries, you can just refold it. The beauty of origami is that if you mess up, it's just a piece of paper. You can always draw on it and try another one. Yeah. So you have your paper like this. I always tell our art students that I bet I can rip my paper straighter than you can cut your paper. And the easiest way to do this, even though we're in COVID times, is to fold this back even with that folded edge that we just made. And then, with that folded edge, we're going to lick across, just lightly, just a little bit of moisture so that it weakens the paper. So I lick across, and then I crease it really good. In art, sometimes we call this scoring. I score the edge. And sometimes I take a marker and squish it against the table right here. That helps out a lot. And then I flip it the other way, and I score the edge. Tears apart. And then I have my square. Ta-da! Now you're ready to make your origami. Let's get started. What do you say, kitten? You having a good day? Yay, art! You lazy kitty cat. Alright, we're gonna get started while she's sleeping.
Alright, in case you didn't catch that, here's a different view so you can see it just a little bit better. And I know this might seem a little gross, but it works really well, and you should get good at it. And it rips so easy. So once you have your paper in the shape of a square, you're going to fold it in half, and then fold down the right side to the point, and then fold the left side down into the point, making a diamond shape with two wings. Next, you will take the front piece, just the front piece, and fold it up to the folded edge into a triangular shape. Then take the ear, open it up kind of like a pouch, and fold that ear in the pouch and behind. And do that with each side. This is a little tricky. You might need a little help with this one, but I know you can do it. If you get confused, just pause it, rewind it, and watch it again. I'll show you as many times as you need. In order to maximize the amount of time you get to spend on your project, we're going to go really fast here. This is merely a suggestion of one of the things you could do with your origami paper. I suggest you make either your favorite animal or take bits and pieces from animals you like and combine them into one amazing creature. You could even give it a name. Anything I cut out, I probably am going to use two of them, like fangs. So I fold my paper in half before I cut it so that I have two versions of the same thing, so that they look alike. That might be a technique you want to use today. I attach the fangs to the top part of the pocket. And then the tongue and the inside of the mouth are drawn on the inside of the pocket. And next I just added a little bit of texture, visual texture. Some scales, some green. I was thinking this kind of looked like a snake, so might as well scale it up. Lastly, I went in and added some color, some more color. I went over top of the marker with some crayon, and then I added a few layers of some other colors just to make it more interesting. I like to go above and beyond. Maybe you do too. And I couldn't stop at just one, so I made a couple. This one I used colored paper instead of white paper, and I think it turned out great. What do you think? This one's a mixture of an octopus and maybe a monster. And I bet it would sound a little bit like this.